Okay, this time I'm going to talk a little bit about our time in Malvern. At that time, of course, had two young children, and we decided to send them to the school in the small village on the outskirts, which was a church school. It was actually easier to get to. There was a bus, although we had to pay for it. But it was a nice little school, and they seemed to do quite well. We had up to 200 guinea pigs at one point, show animals. Quite an interesting, but if a little strange hobby. I don't know how popular it is these days. It was, I suppose, started as a kind of add-on to people who kept rabbits. The shows were originally organised by fur and feather clubs, which were originally clubs during the war for people that kept chickens and rabbits for food, because in order to get the animal feed, you had to be registered with the club, so you could buy feed for the number of animals that you had. I think, if I remember right, you got the feed instead of the ration of eggs, or I'm not sure about whether there was any effect on the meat ration, because I think rabbits were off ration anyway. But it was a way of buying the food. They had clubs, and then after the war, obviously the restrictions on food were taken away, and the clubs got into showing the different breeds, and there's all various rules and what it's supposed to look like for this breed, and so on, and they're judged as to their condition, the cleanliness, and whether they can form the right shape, the right colour, and so on. And guinea pigs are sort of much smaller, easier to keep, and were popular for people living in towns, I suppose, where it's easier. We had about 200 different breeds. Had blacks, well, most colours of selfs, as they're called, Abyssinians, which are the one with the rosettes, and Shelties, which are the long-haired, straight back, and also Peruvians, which had a more sort of fluffy front. It was actually quite interesting, like last, because a lot of things are interesting for a while, but the breeding of them, there's one line of particular interest, which was to do with the rare varieties club, as it was called. There's various rare varieties, one of which was Dalmatians. There was a big political problem when somebody formed a Dalmatian and roan club. Roans are ones with like a mixed different colours in their coat. The Dalmatian is a guinea pig that looks like the Dalmatian dog, white with black spots on, or you could have other colours as well, but the main one was black and white. They sort of broke off, if you like, then from the Rare Varieties Club, which covered all rare varieties, and formed this sort of strange hybrid of two breeds, and they decided that they could set the standard for these breeds. Now, I say it was political because they set the standard with quite a lot of points for the shape of the guinea pig. With a self, where it's all one colour, a lot of the points are dependent on its shape, which particularly they like to see it sort of go up over the shoulders and back like that, sort of looking strong, if you like. That was a very big plus point, and they allowed a lot of points for that in Dalmatians, whereas we felt in the Rare Varieties Club that the points should be for the spots. That the spots should be evenly distributed. They should be as clear as possible and as many as possible. That really should be what most of the points were for. If there were sort of just straight back like a average pet guinea pig would be, I can't see why that should be a problem on a guinea pig that's bred for its colour. I think at the time that we had I say secret. It's secret insofar as you didn't tell anybody that you knew that this was the secret. Other people may have known it, but did have the best. The secret was in that you couldn't breed a Dalmatian to a Dalmatian, or you get some sort of mutant blind, or you would get some of them that would be with pink eyes due to some recessive gene that they carried. So you had to breed a Dalmatian with a self-black guinea pig. Now, this is where the real dispute comes. Apart from the obvious that the spots should be spotty, is that we found out that you get the clearest spots. It depends not on having the Dalmatian parent with clear spots. It depends on the black that you use that throws babies with clear spots. This is the key to it. So basically, you breed a Dalmatian male with self-black females, but you have to keep the ones from the black female ones. You have to keep the ones that have had brothers and sisters with good spotting. Of course, over time, because you're selecting for that, the body shape reverts steadily back to the standard. That is, they're not high on the shoulders, particularly if you want the good spots. And well, I think we had the best. It won. We had one that won best in show at the rare varieties. Not just best Dalmatian, but best rare variety. But it couldn't win anywhere else because our judges would buy it. It's like everything. The intrigue is beyond belief. We were perhaps not popular. I suppose that's it. Anyway, on that point, I'll say goodbye.